Just waiting for people to join us. Hello. If you could just say hi in the chat so I know who's here, because it doesn't always tell me who's here. Well, apparently they didn't want to say. That's all right. Hi, guys. If you could leave a comment, just a brief hello in the chat section so I know who's here, that would be so helpful. So what do you think of all this so far? He calls himself a sovereign citizen. He totally looks different now that he has shaved his head and his beard than he did on the day of the attack. And that's what I'm going to call it, is an attack, because that's what he did. He used his truck, his SUV, to mow down innocent people. Hi, Swifty Nifty. And I have no sympathy for him at all whatsoever. But I know it pisses a lot of people off to see someone like Mr. Brooks defend himself in court, where he gets to ask the victims questions. And it annoys the hell out of me too. But it is your constitutional right to represent yourself. You do not have to, as long as you pass, as long as it can be proven that you're not, legally, mentally insane, and that you are able to act as your own lawyer, then you have the right to do it. For those of you who didn't watch the previous day's hearings, it was an eye-opener. But the judge, even though this guy is disruptive and he does stupid stuff and he doesn't give up sometimes, and there are times when he has to be actually removed from the courtroom, he has been deemed by the judge to be able to act in his own defense. As repugnant as that might seem, it's still his constitutional right. If you could just leave a quick hello in the chat box so I know who's here, that would be very, very helpful. And if you're just joining us, don't forget to hit like and share and subscribe. And as the Emily D. Baker says, all the YouTubey things. Do all the YouTubey things. I just love her. Do you all follow Emily D. Baker? She's just phenomenal. I've actually got one of her mugs. I have questions. I love that one. They should be back pretty soon. But so far, I've been totally fascinated with the legal aspect of this, being a former paralegal in a previous lifetime. Law has always fascinated me. Courtrooms, investigations, all of it. True crime, whatever you want to call it. Hi, Christina. Oh, Christina, that is so. Did they get hurt? I hope they were okay. I love you too, Christina. You're awesome. Yeah, I love Emily too. She is amazing. And I've learned a lot from her. So, anyway, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, share on all your social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. I don't do Twitter. I hate Twitter. I think it's a cesspool of the universe, but that's just my personal opinion. Oh, it's back on. Let me unmute it.
Did you receive that?
I was made aware of my test. I didn't look at it yet. So.
Do you have it with you?
It is. It's in my paperwork somewhere.
All right, I need you to locate it and open it up, please.
May I ask the reason why they would be?
Mr. Brooks, you raised this issue yourself, and I'd like to know the result.
I would too, but I was kind of in the middle of preparing for my defense.
You see, it's just more delay tactics.
Find a piece of paper and open it up and read it, please.
Your Honor, I don't consent to being talked to in that fashion.
He's such a dick.
Consent is noted for the record. Please find the piece of paper, open it up, and please read it.
I will not consent to that, Your Honor. Or do I agree to that?
You don't have a right to not consent, Mr. Brooks.
Then I'm going to advise the Sheriff's Department to find the piece of paper and hand it to me so that I can read it. So that those are your two options.
What would be the basis for that, Your Honor?
Because I said so.
This is an issue that you raised, and I need to bring it to finality and know what the test result is.
Okay, with all due respect, it was a motion that I raised.
All right, I'm going to clear the courtroom. We're going to go off the record.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to find that piece of paper, and I'm going to address it when that's done.
See, this is not the first time and I have to give a loud, huge shout out to the Law and Crime Trial Network. I love these people. They just handle these trials really, really well. Yeah, she's pissed. Yes, I will be live later on this evening for Whose Line Is It Anyway? Stump the Winch, whatever we're calling it. I have just been so sick. But I'm finally back and feeling much, much better. Trials aren't about victims or the families. It's about the defendant, his rights, and the general constitutional rights overall, of course. Yes, that is true to a certain extent, but it's also about the victims. It's also about justice. But and like Emily says, justice and morality don't always see eye to eye. Oh, cool. I've never done NaNoWriMo, whatever it's called. And yes, it is difficult for the victims and their families to realize that. But the victims, those people who are going to be testifying or whatever, I'm 1000% certain that the prosecution's office is preparing them for the possibility that they could be questioned by him. And it's hard. Excuse me, I still have a little bit of a cough. It's very difficult. I can only assume and imagine that it's very difficult. I would not want to be in their position. But my heart and my prayers just go out to the victims in this. It was just an atrocity. It was just an absolute atrocity. I have no sympathy for Mr. Brooks at all. But he has a right to his day in court. He has a right to defend himself. As repugnant as we might find it, it's his right. So if anybody's got any questions at any time, please go ahead and ask them. What do you write, American Rose? Yeah, what do you write, Rose? And for those of you just joining us, if you could go ahead, hit like and subscribe and share and all that stuff, I would appreciate it. It just helps our algorithms. Sovereign citizen bingo card. We need one of those. On the bingo card, yeah, we need a sovereign citizen bingo card. Swifty Nifty, any idea how to put something like that together? Oh, they were at the start of the parade, Christina. Well, I'm glad they're okay. Last time I tried Nano, I wrote a retelling of Beauty and the Beast and it got really weird. I've never done Nano. Never had time to do Nano. For those of you who are just joining us in this session, I am getting over a cold. Might have a little bit of asthma. I find out next week. But anyway, if you see me disappear or mute, I'm muting because either I'm coughing or sometimes when I have my microphone on while the trial's playing, there's an echo. So I will mute my microphone during the trial so that it gets rid of that echo. I am not tech savvy enough to figure out how to work out all of that on my restream stuff. I do have a box checked to get rid of the echo, but apparently it's not working. So I don't know if I have my microphone up too loud, if it's too close, not close enough. I don't know. So anyway, I hope you all can hear me well. If you can't, just let me know. Oh, I'm sure you were. That was just a horrible, horrible day. An absolutely horrible day. Donut operator cornered the market on Soviet sovereign citizen videos and bingo. I don't know who that is, frustrated user. Donut operator cornered the market on sovereign citizen video and bingo. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. I only know a little bit about sovereign citizens. I know enough to sort of understand where they're coming from, but it's still, I find it a little weird. But I understand, as a libertarian, I understand the thought process behind it. I just don't agree with it. And this is a safe space to have these kinds of discussions. We don't do name calling. And we just have to be kind to one another. So those are just my simple little rules, okay? We can say, dumbass. That's fine. That's acceptable when we're talking about the trial, but we don't get to curse at each other in chat. Okay? And I'm just telling you what our rules are. So how is everyone today? It's Friday. We will be live at 7:00 tonight. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. There's this guy who shows sovereign citizen videos from his area in Chicago. Law Talk with Mike is funny. I don't know that I've seen Law Talk with Mike. I'll have to check that one out. Do you have his link, Rose, to Law Talk with Mike? If you could put the link in here, I'd appreciate it. I wonder if they're going to come back. I don't think they shouldn't have started a new stream. Okay, so it's still on. Okay, so it's still on break. Just welcome to all the new people joining us. I'm not an attorney. I'm a former paralegal. That was a long time ago. I'm an author, for those of you who don't know me. But I do like true crime. I love the law. I do. I love learning about the law. I love talking about the law. I love watching trials. She's probably yelling at him. I hope so. Or they could be removing him from the courtroom again. You never know. You just never know with this guy. Yeah, they haven't come back yet. I would be yelling at him too. I do love LawTube. My favorite, though, is the Emily D. Baker. I just love her. She's awesome. I watched the whole Johnny Depp trial with her. Hi, Ashley. I'm good. Took a break from my WP and wrote a short 2-page story. I actually recorded it as an audio file and might anonymously release it somewhere. Cool beans, Ashley. You go, girl. But yeah, I just love the Emily D. Baker. I love Runkle the Bailey. I like the Law and Lumber Guy. Those are my favorites. There's a couple that I don't care for, but I will keep those opinions to myself. But those are my top 3. Emily D. Baker, Law and Lumber Dude, and Runkle of the Bailey. I just love those 3. Those 3 lawyers. I do. Oh, I am feeling better. Tons better. Thank God for prednisone. You need some Cheeky Wench merchandise? I have a Cheeky Wench store. Let me pull it up. Let me see. I'm going to get the link for you. Not that one. Okay. I have like t-shirts and mugs and stuff like that. Tote bags. Let's see if this works for you. I need to get some more stuff up. Nate the lawyer is awesome, and Runkle has to be the nicest man on the planet. I agree. And Rob, yes, drill worthy. He really is drill worthy. So anyway, that's my Cheeky Wench store for merchandise. I don't promote it a lot because I need to get some new stuff up there. But we have t-shirts, we have tote bags, we've got mugs, stuff like that. We've got some chesticle stuff. For those of you who don't know, chesticles is like my saying. It's my thing. My chesticles are bigger than your whatever, because I don't suffer fools lightly. And I'm a huge supporter of authors, and yeah, huge supporter of authors. A huge. I rally against book pirates. Hate them. Despise them. And people who game the system, scam the system. Yep. But a few years ago, during the whole Cockygate fiasco, I kind of did a little video that went a little viral. So anyway, it's had over 100,000 views the last time I looked. But anyway, I digress. We're here to talk about trials today, about this particular trial. I've also been keeping an eye on the Pike County Family Massacre trial. That one just blows my freaking mind. Just absolutely, I can't even. They killed, wiped out almost an entire family, 8 individuals in 3 different places, on I think all on the same night. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Over a custody battle. It's just ridiculous. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Anyway, as soon as this, let's see, let's do it this way. There we go. As soon as the trial comes back, I'll probably mute. Yeah, I hate pirates too. They drive me nuts. I know. Oh, you do, Rose. Oh, I may come visit you if they ever get it on. I just caught little bits of it last night. Apparently her mental status is in question again. I don't know what happened. Something severe must have happened in order for them to delay it, or to just like it's on hold indefinitely. So I have a feeling it has a lot to do with her mental issues, and God knows she's got them, right? I mean, you can't deny that the woman is not stable, right? Stable people don't do these things, right? And there's a difference between there's different kinds of sanity. There's legally insane, legally sane. There's no way she's not, she has issues. But rarely do issues keep you from going to trial. However, in this case, and this is just sheer speculation on my part, I just wonder if she tried to commit suicide or something. I don't know. It's just sheer speculation on my part. Maybe she had a breakdown again, or had a breakdown, and that's why they had to postpone it indefinitely. So, but I do know that Chad wanted to have his case severed from hers, and he doesn't want to go to trial until fall. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't have a clue. So it's one of those wait and see things. Sorry, I'm going to get to Ricola. I love these things. But she's sane people just don't do things like this, or what we as individuals consider sane, right? Personally, anybody who does something like that, I just have to think that they're just, they have serious mental health issues. And, or they're just evil. And I think there is a difference between someone who's just straight up evil and someone who has mental health issues. I think Lori Daybell could possibly be both of those things, but I don't. That's why I wanted to see the trial, so that I could figure out if she's one, the other, or both of those things. Again, it's just my 2 cents. I'm not a psychologist, but I like to play one on social media every now and then. Oh, the grandparents. My heart just breaks for the grandparents and the rest of the family. So I think the judge might still be yelling at Mr. Brooks. There is a possibility that he was removed from the courtroom again. Oops, cancel. Top chat, live chat. Yeah, he's been trying to delay this. Darrell Brooks has just been delaying since day one. I think maybe he did, Rose. I really do. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and share. I hate saying that, but I have to, because I am trying to grow my audience. I have to. Oh, hang on just a second. Because I mute that. Okay. Because I wanted to go in here and get the link so I could share it. Yeah. Well, we'll find out when they come back. It's been more than 15 minutes, hasn't it? Way more than 15 minutes, I think. But that just gives us time to discuss. Right? Oh. Facebook just annoys the hell out of me. Thank you, Rose. I appreciate it. But I'm sure we'll find out when we get back. Now, was it yesterday he took his shirt off? He got sent to the other room. There is another courtroom that they send him to when he's being disruptive or whatever. It's off. I'm uncentered. I'm uncentered. Anyway, they have another trial room, another courtroom, and it's complete. Who knows, Rose, why he did it? He was just trying to get attention, in my humble opinion. But there is a separate room that they can take him to where he can listen and he can see.
Excuse everyone from the courtroom, take a recess so that the test result could be obtained, and if necessary, by reasonable force. It's my understanding there was some type of situation or altercation between Mr. Brooks and the deputies. Ultimately, though, he was taken into the bullpen. He was brought back out, but it was very clear to me that he was upset. I think understandably so, but I needed to make a record of what was being done, including that I have obtained the test result, so there's an accurate record in this case related to the motion that was raised previously by Mr. Brooks. I want Mr. Brooks to know that I am not removing him from when the jurors are brought back in. It was just simply because he was upset. He was very loud when I walked into the courtroom before going on back on the record. He was yelling about his constitutional rights being violated. I advised him that if there was any type of use of force that he wanted to complain about, he could certainly do that through the proper channels with the sheriff's department, but just given his state of agitation and my need to make a record, I had him taken to the other courtroom. He is currently muted. I do not intend to go forward with additional testimony. Ultimately, I'm going to take an early lunch break because of this, but I will make a record of the following. I have the result. I am going to scan it, have my clerk scan it. It will be filed as confidential, though. It won't be available to the public, but it's there for appellate purposes, but I can confirm that the test result for COVID-19 was negative. And again, I required the sheriff's department to provide that result to me, and it was, and it will remain under seal. I realize I'm disclosing that result, but I feel obligated to do that given the motion that was raised 2 days ago by Mr. Brooks. Again, I intend to take an early lunch, so that will hopefully give Mr. Brooks an opportunity, if he so chooses, to review the result himself. It was put in front of him. I did see that he either shoved it or tossed it or just dismissed it. It looked like it went on the floor when it was put in front of him, but we'll certainly have the deputies give that to him again. During the recess for lunch, Mr. Brooks will also be given the opportunity to change into street clothes if he so chooses. But when we come back, he will be in this courtroom. I agree. Mr. Brooks was making a couple of statements about how he was abiding by the rules and being respectful, things of that nature. I agree. He's done an excellent job while in court here this morning. He's been respectful of the rules. He made some early on. I let him, make his objections or lack of consent. He did that respectfully. When I said I was moving on, he generally was able to do that. We were able to get through 2 witnesses. He was able to follow along, ask cogent, clear, responsive, and articulate objections. He was able to elicit information from the witnesses regarding either their memory, their credibility, and other things. Generally speaking, he's been able to competently represent himself and provide, again, solid cross-examination this morning. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to hopefully settle back in and to come back here.
Is he crying? He's crying right now.
From lunch. So with that, we are in recess. Probably come back at 1 o'clock. Since it's only 11:30, and we'll take the full 90 minutes for lunch today. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
What is he crying about? That's what I'd like to know. Why is he crying? What the hell? This guy's an idiot. Oh, I'm sorry. That was bad of me. But it is how I feel. Okay. I have to prepare for tonight's show. Oh no, tonight's just Stump the Author. Anyway. Yeah, it makes no sense to me either. Can you all hear me okay? Yeah, I don't know why he was crying. He's done everything he possibly can to delay the trial. And that has been one of the biggest issues. But if you get a chance, go back and watch the pretrial hearings. And he's crying because he doesn't have COVID. Exactly. Yeah, but he couldn't cry over the deaths and injuries caused. Exactly. He's only upset for himself. He has shown absolutely zero remorse for his victims, for any of his victims. And the entire thing is just, it's heartbreakingly sad. Anyway, they'll be back at 1:00. I might be back at 1:00. I'm not sure yet. I do have things I need to do. I've got to bring in all my snake plants, and we're under a freeze warning for tonight, so I've got to bring a bunch of plants in the house. But anyway, thank you all for being here and watching this with me today. I really, truly do appreciate it. Yeah, he's only sorry he got caught, right? He is only sorry that he got caught. But yeah, it just totally fascinates me. Has anybody been watching that the Pike County Family Massacre is what they call it? I hate the names they sometimes come up with. But that's the one where one family wiped out another family. That one's heartbreaking too. Just all these things have been absolutely heartbreaking. But anyway, I will sign off and try to come back at 1:00.
They're a complete game changer. I wear them every day because you can try.
Anyway, sorry about that. I will try to come back at 1:00. If not, I will see you all tonight at 7 p.m. when we do our our Friday night cheeky wench hour. And tonight we're going to be playing a game called Whose Line Is It Anyway? And that's where readers come on with questions. They will, in the chat, they will put in a few lines from any one of the books I've ever written, and I have to try and guess what book it's from. Anybody who knows me knows that I can't remember what I had for breakfast, let alone something in a book I wrote 10 years ago. So anyway, I think it'll be lots of fun. It'll be 7 p.m. Central here tonight. So if I don't see it at 1, I'll see it at 7. Thanks, everybody. Everybody have an awesome rest of your day, okay?